Which Arkham game do you think is best? These bad boys are known for having some of the most legendary openings in gaming, but I think one of them stands taller than the rest. And part of what makes it great is the character who isn't in it. Let's go back and relive each intro, and then I'll tell you which one I think is best. The Bat logo flashes in the sky before we hear on a police scanner that the Joker has been apprehended and Batman is en route to Arkham Island. The Batmobile tears through the streets of Gotham, eventually heading down the scary road leading to Arkham Asylum, almost like out of a dark fairy tale. Batman drives in stoic silence while Joker cracks jokes in the back. Oh right, because he's the Joker. I just got that. The Batmobile enters the asylum grounds, and we get a shot of what will be the entire playable area of the game. Batman brings Joker into the facility, and the Joker shows a sense of familiarity with the warden and guards, indicating to us that he's been in here before, probably many times. As they strap Joker to an upright gurney, Batman tells the warden that something isn't right and that he's gonna tag along. At this point, the player gains control of Batman. Limited control. Just walking, no punching. The warden remarks that he wants Joker securely locked up this time, letting us know Joker has escaped before. Along the way, Joker makes comments about the new upgraded security and pretty much taunts Batman and every other character he comes across the whole way. Tidbits of important information are fed to us, like the fact that there was an unfortunate fire at Blackgate Prison, causing a lot of those prisoners to be transferred to Arkham, some loyal to Joker. You don't think that fire was caused by Joker, do you? In the next room, we have to wait for our turn on the elevator, as a Category 9 patient is in transit. Shoot to kill permission granted. With that nerve-wracking news imparted, the elevator rises to reveal this.
What's it doing?
I've got your scent, Batman.
Oh shit, Killer Croc. Well, I'd be willing to bet that's not the last time we're gonna see him. Batman tells Joker that he's never been caught so easily before, and asks him what he's really after. Joker just continues to make jests about all the people he's killed. Batman greets Gordon, who drops some dialogue letting us know the crime for which the Joker has just been caught from, holding the mayor hostage. We get a sneak peek of Harley Quinn in what seems to be a security room, foreboding something nefarious. Gordon and Batman watch as something foreboding comes to fruition. Joker gets the best of his guard and starts choking him with his cuffs. Why was he freed from the gurney? Why is there only one guard with him and a meek doctor? Frustrating questions with no answers. Really? Chokes on you? That's actually pretty good. Batman is eventually able to bust through some bulletproof glass to get to Joker, but it's too late. Joker is in control of Arkham. One quick clarification here is that we will not be discussing the Catwoman intro, as that only takes place if you have the DLC or the Game of the Year edition. We're talking about the real intro here. The game starts off with Bruce Wayne getting zapped by a man called Hugo Strange in an unseen location. Reporter Vicky Vale stands in front of the new super prison, Arkham City, telling viewers that millionaire Bruce Wayne has an announcement to make.
Billionaire, Vicky. Millionaires are so last year.
Bruce appeals to the people, saying that yeah, it's probably a bad idea to throw a bunch of deranged criminals into a closed-off section of the city to just run amok in. He's got a point. We cut back to audio of Hugo Strange talking to the captured Bruce Wayne. Bruce tells Hugo to shut Arkham City down. Hugo says that by the end of the night, he will be a hero, just like you, Batman. Egad! Hugo Strange knows Bruce is Batman. Soldiers in berets gas the press conference and capture Wayne, so now we know how he ends up in Hugo's clutches. Hugo tells Batman that something called Protocol 10 is about to begin. What happened to the first 9? Strange says that if Bruce tries to stop him, he will spill the beans about his secret identity. You gain control of Bruce Wayne in the interrogation room. Wiggle your controller stick back and forth to rock your chair, falling to the ground. Press the counter button to beat the crap out of this guard and steal his communication SIM card. Sadly, Bruce gets his head rocked by another guard, convincing him to cooperate. Whoa, wait a second. Will Smith?
Keep my name out your mouth!
We see the villain known as Black Mask in a corner, fending off guards with a chair. He gets tased and then rocked. You head to line B and you wait for a while, until you finally realize you were supposed to go to line A this whole time. Whoops. A goon threatens Bruce, saying that the Penguin put a price on his head. That goon gets beat up by another goon who doesn't like Penguin. Guess he's more of a polar bear guy. It's okay, you don't have to laugh at that. This guy, who we later find out is the villain Deadshot, tells you that you're on his list and then shoots you with a finger gun. I don't think it's a good list. You get tossed into this metal waiting room with some reporters that Strange has decided to throw in prison alongside you. Bruce tells them not to panic and that when they open the door, they should stay close to him. But they don't believe him because in their eyes, he's a spoiled rich boy who has never been in a fight. The door opens and some prisoners jump the fence. You beat these guys while still cuffed. You save this reporter, the gates open, and Penguin is there to greet you. But not before a goon sneak attacks you.
Nighty night.
Turns out Oswald Cobblepot has beef with Bruce Wayne, claiming that the Wayne family destroyed his. He puts on a brass knuckle for some good old-fashioned revenge. Press the counter button to break his arm. You free yourself from your cuffs while annihilating some henchmen. And if you choose to do it, you can walk over to the cowering Cobblepot and give him the uppercut of the century. You climb up to the roof to communicate with your faithful butler Alfred. Bruce requests a drop on the top of the Ace Chemical Building. Parkour your way to the top to receive your batsuit. The often overlooked red-headed stepchild of the family, having a different developer and different voice actor for Batman, Arkham Origins still earns its spot amongst its peers. Bruce is in the Batcave watching the news. The highlights: a villain known as Calendar Man is about to get the death sentence, Commissioner Gordon does not believe that the Batman is real, and Black Mask is causing a ruckus at Blackgate Prison. Bruce suits up, hops in the Batwing, and drops himself off at the prison. He saves the warden from a Black Mask thug. You make your way through the prison, beating up henchmen and prisoners. You catch a glimpse of Killer Croc, who's smaller now, and also more fashionable. Look at those pants with those suspenders. You heading to a wedding or something? Daggone, boy. Look nice. Beat up more thugs to save Vicky Vale and fellow reporters. Why are they here? I don't know. You then watch Black Mask, with the help of Killer Croc, seize Police Commissioner Loeb. Black Mask seems to be disappointed with Loeb's performance as commissioner, despite being on his payroll. Continue on through the prison, beating up more criminals until you catch up to Black Mask again, who saves Calendar Man from his gas chamber death sentence, replacing him with Loeb. Killer Croc punches this henchman for no reason, chipping the glass, allowing you to bust in. Oh. Everyone's gone. And Loeb is dead. How did that happen? Black Mask escapes in a helicopter, but Killer Croc sticks around for a boss battle. Beat the scales off him to end the fight. Batman holds Croc over a cliff where Croc informs him that Black Mask has sent assassins to kill him. The police show up and Batman flies away.
No such thing as a Batman, huh?
Batman goes back to the Batcave to examine a hard drive he found back in the prison. Through it, we discover that Black Mask has hired 8 assassins to kill the Batman. Our hero, undeterred, declares that he's going to take Black Mask down. We're greeted by the sultry voice of Frank Sinatra singing, "I've Got You Under My Skin." We then see the dead body of Joker being placed into a cremation incinerator. Oh yeah, spoilers. Joker dies at the end of Arkham City. Press a button on your controller to fire up the grill. The body burns to reveal a burning Batman logo. We then hear a voiceover from Commissioner Gordon.
This is how it happened. This is how the Batman died.
Ooh, good intro for retention, Gordon. I like it. Gordon informs us that he cremated Joker 9 months ago. Crime went down after the Clown Prince died, but Gordon feels a war brewing. We then see a cop entering a diner before we gain control of him in a first-person perspective. Walk up to the counter to get your usual chicken salad with no dressing. Yuck. Officer changes his mind and says he wants waffles instead. Yeah. A patron walks up to inform you that a guy is smoking in the corner. A smoker in a non-smoking zone? Not on my watch. Rush over to the smoker to tell him off. Oh shit! Seems to be some scarecrow tomfoolery, as it is clear our psyche is on the fritz, and we're seeing the patrons as scary zombie-looking people. The officer then pulls out his gun, and you can start shooting people. Funnily enough, this won't be the only first-person shooter section of the game. One of the zombies gives you a headbutt of death. Scarecrow appears on a big screen within the city and announces that the diner event was but a small taste of his toxin. We then see the citizens of Gotham loading up on buses to completely evacuate the city. Now the only people left are criminals like Penguin and Two-Face. The camera zooms out, showing us the chaos of the city and the extent of our new playground. The incredible Arkham theme music starts to swell, and the camera finds Batman perched atop a tower overlooking the city. The game hands us the reins, and we now have to take back the city. Alright, now that we've refreshed our memories, let's decide on a winner. Before we begin, 2 things to keep in mind. First, I'm just ranking the openings, not the games as a whole. Second, please know that I love all of these openings. They do a great job of drawing us in, setting up the story in a short amount of time. The following is just my personal opinion. With that said, I have to give spot number 4 to Arkham Knight. Listen, this intro does a great job at setting things up and doesn't waste any time. Joker's body gets burned, confirming to the audience that, oh yeah, he is for sure dead, not coming back. At least, not physically. Scarecrow seizes the power vacuum and is making a run at controlling the city. This opening even gives us something unique in letting us control a regular old Gotham police officer, lending us some insight into the horror that Scarecrow inflicts upon the people Batman seeks to protect. It's actually really dark, with all the people in this diner killing each other out of deranged fear. But ultimately, I just prefer the intros that put us in Batman's shoes, because that's where the magic happens. Number 3 goes to Arkham Origins. This one feels like it borrowed elements from the openings of both Asylum and City, while dialing up the action. I love that there's plenty of enemies to take out, and that it culminates in a boss battle, all before the game really begins. I love that this is Batman early in his career, and that's reflected in how the police and criminals talk about him, incredulous when they find out he's real. I like the setup, even if it is a little straightforward at face value. A bunch of assassins are after Batman, and he's gonna have to take them all out. But something about it, it's hard to explain. It just lacks the sauce, you know? There's no mystery, it's straight to the point, which is fine. I like Origins, I really do. But the intro feels more functional than atmospheric. Now here is where we get controversial. Honestly, the top spot could go to either Asylum or City, and I wouldn't be mad. But for the purpose of this list, number 2 goes to Arkham Asylum. What an incredible beginning to the entire series. Something that this introduction does better than the rest, even City, is the sense of dread that builds throughout. Driving down a dark road toward an asylum is already unsettling enough, but then following Joker through the dark, high-security halls as he exudes confidence, cracking jokes, scaring doctors, making threats, seeing a giant man-crocodile emerge from an elevator who you just know is going to try and kill you later in the game. All of it culminating in our worst fears being realized. Joker planned all this. He planned to be captured so that he could take control of the asylum. And now, we are the rat in his madhouse maze. It deserves so much praise. Arkham City takes number 1 because it just draws me in so well every time. The way it's written and shot, this one feels like it could be the opening to a movie. And there's so much intrigue. The fact that this guy, Hugo Strange, can just kidnap one of the richest and most powerful men in Gotham in front of a crowd with no consequences. The fact that he knows Bruce Wayne is Batman. The fact that he's cooking up something called Protocol 10 that's going to make him famous, and we have no idea what it could be. And then we get to play as Bruce Wayne, taunted and threatened by lowlifes, until we can start whooping ass in the prison yard. The cherry on top is being able to punch Penguin's lights out. Climbing Ace Chemicals and then putting on the Batsuit feels so good every time, because you know you're about to embark on a crazy odyssey. Does the game deliver on all its setup? Well, that's a video for a different day. But I can say the setup is delicious. So, what's the missing character? The one who appears in every other Arkham intro. Joker. In Origins, he's pretending to be Black Mask. In Knight, he's Ashes, and still haunts the story. In Asylum, well, he is the story. But in Arkham City's intro, he's nowhere to be seen. What is the significance of this? Well, to be honest with you, I'm not entirely sure. Joker is certainly a major player in Arkham City's story. You could even argue that he's the main villain of the game. Actually, you could argue that Joker is the main villain in every single one of these games. Even Arkham Knight, the game where he's dead. That makes his absence in City's opening all the more strange. No pun intended. However, I do think this lends to this game standing out from the crowd. You could argue that it's a bit of a rug pull, having the clown Prince of Crime missing in the beginning, but then taking up the limelight at the end, which could sour your perception of the setup. And I would totally understand that perspective. Look, for better or for worse, this whole series is about Batman and Joker. And don't get me wrong, I love that. They play off each other so well, I could watch them face off endlessly. But it was nice for this one short period of time where it wasn't about Joker. There was a new villain, some good old-fashioned detective work to be done, and a city to do it in. It felt like the story could have gone anywhere, and I was locked in for the ride. And that is why Arkham City has my favorite intro. If you disagree with my list, good. Tell me yours in the comments below. I want to know. Thanks for watching.